Cool. So, stepping right into the next video as soon as the other video ended. That's always a fun one. I realize we have less than 2 weeks for ticket sales. So that was a minute of stress, but then realizing that we're starting March right now, so it is officially race month. And I forgot to stop my workout. Stand by. We are officially in race month. We have lots of contracts to sign, things to finalize. Hopefully we get some more signups here in the next 2 weeks. And some things that I need to do and remind myself is to officially announce the route that we're doing. And I want to announce the t-shirt. So I have both of those to finalize here in the next 48 hours, get them on the internet. So by the time you're watching this, you'll have already seen both of those items. I don't know, March is just a crazy month. My son has a birthday, I have a birthday, Common has a birthday. Daylight savings happens, which is a big change for everything. So we'll see if I even use any of this, but at least it's there. So, quick speed workout. Grandma has to leave. Have to take over the kids. Didn't do the entire workout, but at least got something done. 3.5 miles. 6 of the 5-minute, 45-second, at 15-second sort of sprint intervals. Shout out to the Inside Track. The 20% discount. Got some new wide Endorphin Pro or Endorphin Speeds. These things look sick and they feel awesome. They look so good. But yeah, so it's Friday night. It's my son's third birthday, so we're gonna celebrate tonight, and then I gotta work on this video, kind of bring into life whatever. But as of like 10 minutes ago, we are actually at 98 signups for the last one standing, and that includes all of the refunds that I did for all of the tickets. So like I refunded a shit ton of tickets yesterday for all the people who no longer having to pay just to be a spectator since I changed that. And I'll go into a little bit more at some point in the video. But we got rid of the ambulance because our insurance doesn't need it. Our insurance, we have found a sponsor to pay for it, so it saves us 20 grand. So now anyone and everyone can come watch this fucking thing. It's gonna be $10 to park. And hopefully we lock in a couple more sponsors, get a couple more racers, and we hit our expenses. That's the only goal, man. Just hit expenses year one so we can make sure we come back in year two and knock it out of the park. And yeah, 98 people are signed up. That's crazy. My goal is like 125, 150 would be fucking crazy. But hell of a week. 1 year of Common. Last night really surprised me. There was a really cool like thank you video that Topher went out of his way and put together with a lot of people from Common, and I was out there crying. So this shit really means a lot to me. You know, building friendships and focusing on something that's bigger than yourself. Like, I set out to do that because 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 7 years, like 10 years from now, my daughter will be 18. She'll probably be running with me. And I want to be able to have the friendships that I've made and show the impact, because 10 years from now, nobody's going to remember like the video guy that worked on whatever project. Impact fucking people. Do something bigger than yourself. Focus on building something that fucking matters, that's raw and authentic, and it's not bullshit, because I think that really matters to people. Wides. Endorphin speeds. So good. Awesome. Love them. Shout out to Inside Track. So anybody from Common gets 20% off shoes from Inside Track. And I have keychains that'll make that super duper easy and official. Those are launching at the last one standing too. So, hell yeah. I got 12 and a half and 12s, and I'm actually keeping the 12s. They seem to be a little bit bigger than my New Balance Rebels. I wear those all the time. The New Balance Rebels are a little bit clunkier. They're less like streamlined, if that makes sense. And I'm not wearing my arch supports in these because I want a lighter speed shoe. I'm not doing as many long runs in these. Just gonna be using them for like 5, 6, 7, 8 mile speed runs, tempo runs, stuff like that. But I wanted to show you, check this out. Here are those keychains. So we have, here are the keychains. Common, one side, the discount on the other side. Cool green. Oh shit, got a ton of them. Those will be dropping at the last one standing. We're back outside. Woo! We out here.
Too has not been just professional for me. The impact it's had to my mental health, opening up doors of social opportunities.
So this past Thursday, there was a really special sort of moment. I got surprised by Topher and a bunch of people that put together and invested time in a video that was celebrating the 52 weeks of Common that we accomplished this year. Every single Thursday this year, we met up, rain, shine, sleet, snow. I mean, all of the major holidays this year, Christmas, New Year's, were on Thursday, so we pushed on a Friday, but we still had a weekly event every single week this year that people could rely on. And so Topher, he actually went out and interviewed a bunch of people who were impactful and different voices through the journey of the entire year. And so it was cool when I got back from the run. I did the longer route this week with some people. And when I got back from the run, I was surprised. There was like, you saw that in the previous video, there was this like screen set up, and he premiered this video that featured a ton of people from the run club that had been there for, you know, all 52 weeks, you know, since day one. There's people who joined recently. There's people who knew me before this. But a majority of people didn't, and that was so cool. And anyway, that was just a really special moment. And to wrap this video up, throwing it back to 2005, 2006, there is an album by a band called As Cities Burn that I've teased throughout this entire video. And they were a part of the Solid State Records blow up. There was a Christian record label, Christian metal, Christian hardcore, whatever you want to call it, record label years ago called Solid State. And there was this moment in this sort of industry where a band called Under Oath kind of kicked it off, and Zayo and all of these like Christian metalcore bands blew up out of nowhere, and Solid State Records was like the metal version of that, and Tooth and Nail was the like Christian, more mainstream rock. Like Amberlin was on Christian, or Amberlin was on Tooth and Nail, and then Solid State was like As Cities Burn, Zayo. It was like a competitor of Ferret Records at that point. August Burns Red from Lancaster was on Solid State originally. But anyway, the album of the week this week is by As Cities Burn, and it's called Son, I Loved You at Your Darkest. I'm not a religious person at all, but this record specifically, for me, I drove to high school with my brother, and I remember driving to high school and listening to a lot of this record. One of those cool records, you know, and it sticks with you, and it's cool to kind of listen back 20 years later. Another week done. We're staying consistent, we're staying on this, even though it takes a lot of time to edit these, and, you know, just documenting the journey. So thanks for watching. I will see you guys next week.